In this video, we'll go over the different advice that I have high level when it comes to Active Directory for the OSCP specifically. I was the someone with the OSCP myself who did very well when it comes to Active Directory. Personally, I didn't have much issues because in my personal opinion, it's very simple to prepare for the Active Directory for the main reason that there is less variety than when it comes to initial access, because there can be so many different public exploits on so many different TCP ports or possibly even UDP ports, right, and web attacks, etc., that I never really had issues at all when it comes to Active Directory. If you learn, I would highly recommend that you learn these tools. I would highly recommend you learn Impacted, MapExec or Crack MapExec, although I would use NetExec, and Bloodhound. Those tools, when it comes to Active Directory specific attacks, know how to do ASRIP roasting, know how to collect and enumerate all of the users, know how to perform Kerber roasting, know how to perform desync. You don't necessarily need to Kerber it, because in this particular version of the OSCP exam, you start with initial access. You start with an initial set of credentials, right? It's an assumed breach scenario. To imagine someone getting phished, they don't know how to execute the binary, and boom, you have shell on that host. It's kind of like that. Immediate attacky things like ASRIP roasting would make sense. Immediate attacky things like Kerber roasting would make sense. Even desync, although very unlikely, those also make sense to check for. Ingesting all of that data with the access that you have, to feed it to Bloodhound, so you start enumerating who are the main admins, what possible attack vectors can be utilized there. And also with Bloodhound as well, I would also tell you any users there are Kerber roastable or ASRIP roastable. Definitely would you suggest, again, getting very familiarized with these tools. Impacted, NetExec, and Bloodhound for sure you shouldn't be very comfortable with, in my opinion. And then from there you go, right? Maybe none of those attacks are relevant, and maybe you don't find a different attack chain when it comes to Bloodhound, then you should definitely check for Pentest. And I will cover Pentest methodology in a different video. But the gist of it is to get familiarized with my personal tools. It's power up. Just make sure that you only use invoke all checks and not the auto-pwn features of it, because that's not allowed on Bixem. And then also WinPeace as well when it comes to Windows, which will be the most likely environment, right? When it comes to the OSCP. And then if you're not up credentials from there, then you can reuse those hashes and do attacks like Pracity hash to essentially do lateral movement into the Active Directory environment and pivot from there. And it's very important that you enumerate everything that you can. Enumerate every SB share that you have access to, whether it's a public share, whether it's your personal share, whether it's a new share that you get access to when you compromise any user, right? It's very, very, very important that you continuously, as you get further access into the environment and as you pivot around, that you keep rechecking all of the protocols that you have access to and all of the information that you may find and how that could possibly be leveraged. And then post-exploitation like dumping hashes and tickets, etc., and then performing lateral movement deeper into the environment. Do that, and then do a bunch of reps when it comes to Active Directory on lists like the Encoded ID and NetExec Focus, and definitely check out our free course, and if you want the full course, and you can also ask me questions there. So yeah, that's definitely what I would suggest for Active Directory, and I really hope this was really useful to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day.